Good afternoon, January the 27th, 2016. Time to wrap up today's trading. Well, the Fed spoke today, and the FOMC statement was definitely dovish, and it's easy to see why interest rates are higher. The E-mini is off quite a bit after this news, so normally when the Fed is going to do something and states that the bond and the E-mini trade directionally. Right now, crude, it's off from its highs by quite a bit, but the bottom hasn't fallen out of the market. And when we look at the F4 screen on the E-mini, you can see that we've come off quite a bit. Inside the Fed statement, they're concerned about the economy. Yes, inflation is going to be 2%. Yes, we have a strong job market. A little concerned about what's going on overseas, could spread to our economy. A little bit concerned about the U.S. economy. And fundamentals seem to be playing right now in this particular market. Now, one of the easy trades when we have a big piece of news, a long bar like this, whichever way we come out of this bar is the next market most likely direction. So here's leg one, comes back up, retests that level and some, and then it starts to sell. And then you can see what happens when we take out the day sessions low. So news driven. Right now it appears that perhaps fundamentals are driving the markets trading. Okay, came in this morning with a sell at 90 to 95, basically 1900 to 1905 for sell 2. Crude oil rallied off of the idea that Russia and OPEC might sit down and change their tone on the current supply situation. We had an 80 to 75 buy. So we caught the bottom of the market pretty well. There was a good sell in this area, the 1905 area up in here. Set up a small sell, then we had the news, and off to the races. So right now, probably a little bit puzzled by if the bond is up. Why is the E-mini down? Because the Fed said they probably a little bit more dovish. But perhaps all these articles that we've read by all the commentators are finally starting to ring true, where QE has lost its punch. Okay, looking at the F1 screen on the E-mini, higher low, higher high. We can trade higher, but bear in mind it's pretty weak right now, and the market is in a sell mode. There's your K period wrap right there. Had a P. The news hits. We started a new distribution down, and if we were to close at 65, and we certainly are a ways away from the close, the first sell would be in this 75.80 area. Be leaning against this low right here. And then the second sell would be 85 to 90, leaning against that spill there in L period when the new selling started down. We are pointed lower right now, so 55 to 60, take it a little bit lower, and then 45 to 50 for buy 2. Do have news tomorrow. Durable orders plus 0.2. X transportation 0 or unchanged. Jobless claims 285. Pending home sale, and the housing numbers have been really strong. Plus 0.8, could come in higher if the recent past is a guide. Natural gas inventories and KC Fed. Focus, durable orders, X transportation. Which will come out at the same time, jobless claims, and I guess pending home sales, and whether or not we get followed through buying or selling based on today's action. So with the E-mini, with crude oil, you can pretty well guarantee that fundamentals won't play at the moment of the news announcement. With the E-mini, sometimes they play, sometimes they don't. But I think today's comments in their announcement was that the economy is soft. And we're seeing that in the macroeconomic news, and we're seeing that in the revenues and earnings per share numbers of companies that are announcing earnings these days, and Boeing, which has been one of the strong points of the Dow, gave weak forward guidance. Yeah, we give Iran all this money to buy, and what do? They go out and buy the Airbus. It shouldn't surprise anybody. You talk about getting played. Actually, I was going to say played like a violin, but you really be getting beaten like a drum. Our negotiators in this administration are worse than poor. It's like they're Iranians. They know exactly what Iran wants, and they gave them everything and got nothing in return. And just another little poke in the eye. And so lower high, lower low in the 10-year F1. Find a place to sell it. On the this screen right here, we could find a place to buy it. So I think we are just where we were this morning. We got the 7-year tomorrow. We ought to expect a little back. So in London, I wouldn't be afraid to sell 28s to the buck because of the 7-year auction. That's on the assumption that the bottom hasn't fallen out of the E-mini or isn't falling out. Then 3 to 7 for sell 2 because of the 7-year. We came in today wanting to be short early because of the 5-year. We like the short side because it was the piece of paper that is typically the weakest. Okay, last rotate down was 22. Then we got an M period low at 25. We're currently at 26. A lot of it hinges on the E-mini. So we'll make 20 to 24 by 1. And then 13 to 17 by 2. Okay, looking at the 30-year. Sell failure to take out 160. That will make it 28 to the buck. And 7 to 11. On the buy side, 25. Let's do 13 to 17 again. Maybe a 21. And 5 to 9. Finally got down to our 1 to 5 off the auction today. So it took a long time to get to that number, but we did get there. Looking at gold. Higher low, higher high, find a place to buy it, and it's acting well. I just don't think anybody's going to dump gold for all the right reasons. So if we get through the low volume number up here at 29.50, 37.38 is the next stop. Sell 29s to 31s, then 35, 37, sell 2. On the breakout, we're going to buy 20, 22s, and then 15 to 17. Crude oil. Okay, 32.50, 33. That's where resistance is right now. They get a deal between OPEC and Saudi Arabia, we can certainly trade higher. You'd expect that. 35 would be the next big number if we got through 33. Higher low, higher high, find a place to buy it on our F2 screen. We did come off the highs, but as long as we stay above this 3150 area, this market can trade higher, and you can see in K period that's where we stopped. So 3125, 3150 buy one, 3075, 31 buy two. On the sell side, 32 and a quarter, 3250 sell one, 3275, 33 sell two. And the euro, 109.25, 109 to 110 is where the sellers have been. Higher low, higher high, find a place to buy, but you can see that 110 plus, 108 minus market is where we are, and this thing trades $2 to $3. So there's our K period wrap, a little bit higher tonight, 40 to 50. Look for a place to sell it in London. If we can get it up there. Failure to take out today's high would certainly be a sell in 109.75. Excuse me, that's right there. Sell two. On the buy side, 109, round number. Then 75. Finally got there in K period. Buy two. We'll keep the same numbers on the buy side. And that's it for January the 27th, 2016. I will see you bright and early in the morning.